What is up, YouTube? This is your boy LIGO 1/2 Enduro, and in this video I want to point out some information relatively not important to a lot of people. You just like playing games. Of course you play games, you're having fun, and that's the whole point of this whole thing. But I do base my channel on, I do get a back story and also video from, not video I should say, like information on the inside, since I work in industry and I could talk to some people that other people can't. Some of this information is readily available, and the thing that killed me is not many people are reporting about it. Some are, but not a lot, and that's kind of weird to me. But why not talk about it, right? So once again, one of my predictions, it came through, but it is not, should not be a thump in the chest. I just again look at a past experience and seeing what people have done and seeing how trends are. I can majority have a good chance of getting things kind of right. I guess it kind of right because again, I'm not in a prediction game because I'm not making this into like a documentary contest or a thumping at the chest. I just look at stuff and say, hey, this might really be. So the sales numbers came out for the first quarter of 2017, well, 2016 year, how it works out. But the Nintendo Switch numbers came out, and some games and some numbers and some other stuff came out as well. So let's dig deep and break down some of these numbers. Now basically the link will be in the description box to Nintendo's IR pages. I'm gonna show some screenshots of it on the video here, but link in there, go there, check the stuff out yourself. Then again, you're gonna, the higher end stuff that you need to get, you have to be part of the contracts, whatever, which I happen to be, so yes. But you get a general basis in there, and do something too. You could take the information you get on that page and compare the VG charts, and you will see the disparity of the numbers as well too. But let's digress and keep on going. So these are sales numbers for 3 months, between April, May, June. That is the sales numbers that we're gonna be talking about. First quarter right here of the new year of this Underneath the Sun, 2017 year. So I'm not gonna say I toot my horn. Like I said, I looked at certain things and I predicted what's gonna sell because I looked at things in the past and see what's going on. And in gaming, again, I have been wrong too, and I'll come into my wrongness. But let's look at these impressive numbers. And basically, you can go to previous videos and see what I predicted, what the sales of the Switch is gonna be, because of the numbers I got from certain people and seeing how things are done. Now I am proud, before I said, I am happy to see that a lot of people are talking about the problem with the eCMU flash, that Apple's basically, Toshiba's are the people who's supplying it, and Apple have the bigger money to give to those guys to create the flash and everything. So so basically parts are hard to get, and I'm seeing a lot of people reporting that, and that's good. I'm happy that they're doing that. But again, let's get into the sales number like I was talking about. So Nintendo Switch, as of the end of June, the Nintendo Switch has sold 4.7 million units. Now I stated before that I could see by the end of summer they sold by 5 million. And that basically, if you count in June and August, it will be that. So yeah, so I did good on that. And I think, like I said, to wage the gap, hopefully they tend to get some, and which they did get some good money most of some money from into how should I say it? Into Apple. And have a ramp up for the end of the year, so they could have some capital that make you basically sell between 9 to 10 million by the end of this year. And if that's the case, then their forecast will be, of course, 16 million. They were forecast to do 8 million in a year. That was the original forecast, but now that they see it, they doubled it. So we already know they're doing this is going to surpass that, the first forecast. And let's see if they're going to get by the end of the year, get close to 9-10 billion. And if they do that, then they could get to at least, I would say 14-15. I won't say they'll get to 16, but we'll see how they could get the product straightened out. That's the best way I could put it. So we have that. Also, the Nintendo 3DS, which is no slouch, with the 2DS coming out after the release of this information, the hardware has got up to 67.08. Not bad as well too. About just lead out of all the gaming devices out there, so it's doing good, and the software is no slouch either. So that's one thing that's going good right there. Now, let's get into some, how should I say this? Some software. That'll be better, my mistake. Let's get into some software numbers. Software numbers are, we have the Nintendo Switch coming out with their first couple of multi-million sellers. And for them, because remember, Nintendo makes a lot more money in that regard, because they don't spend 50, 60, 70 million for their games. That's not their style. They spend way less. So they make their cost of making their money back in their projects are very good and very low compared to third parties and Sony and Microsoft. That's why people need to understand that's how Nintendo makes a lot of their money. I don't get why people keep on understanding that the software is what sells for Nintendo, but that's the majority it is. Hardware, yes, but money's in the software. So let's go into software. Now, everybody will go to the obvious, but I want to break something out for the obvious. So let's go with something. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Hey, people, it is a port. It is a port, but on the Nintendo side, they released it, and it sold 3.54 million pieces of that game. And remember, these are digital and physical combined game from since March until June. Not bad. Even though in a Wii U, let me see here in the front paper. Alrighty. So on the Wii U, people still bought Mario Kart. Even in the 3 months period, people bought Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. They bought over 100,000 units. Not a lot, but people still bought it. The Wii U still, even though the production is basically done, people are still going out there and finding used Wii U's and stuff, which that's something I have to do because I wanted me a second console in case of emergencies. Alright, so not bad. 3.54 million. Add to that, which the new total on the Wii U for Mario Kart 8 is 8.35. Man, you have 12 million units of Mario Kart sold. Easy money for Nintendo. Alright, so we have that. A game that a lot of people pissed on and crapped on because they don't know what they bought it for, and they're stupid. I'll add it in my ad lib here. They're stupid. And I said this happened, but nobody whatever. 1-2 Switch, 1.22 million. A million seller. Oh, it's not a game, whatever. Yeah, if as I said before, if it's a local multiplayer, it is a great game. If you playing it with yourself, no, it's not. You have to have a group of friends to play this game. That's my suggestion for you. But sold over a million and still selling. And I was, as I said before, this game, we played this game sorry about that. We played this game when we was on I was in tour in Europe. We put easily, like, I would say maybe about 50 hours or so in this game, because we were just having fun. We put a little drink into it or eating or whatever. I mean, we just had fun to the 1-2 switch. And I'm happy about the game. It is amazing and we like it. Then we have the thing that not surprised me, but I'm happy it did this number, which was ARMS. ARMS came out 2 weeks before the end of the sales data in June right here, and it sold 1.18 million. That's freaking awesome. A new IP from Nintendo. All you the other haters be like, oh, Nintendo, what is the new IPs? All you guys make is Mario, blah blah blah. Okay, new IP, no Mario in sight, no Zelda in sight, no fresh start, just like a Splatoon, fresh start. So 1.18 million in just the 2 weeks. From since then up to now, where this video is broadcast at the end, basically close to the end of July, they have sold over 2 million of this game. Awesome, awesome, good job, Nintendo. Now we go into the part that everybody's asking, hey, where's Zelda? Come on, like, where's Zelda? Well, Zelda. All right, so we all know Zelda's basically in that 3 months period. Zelda has sold 1.16 million in the 3 months, bringing its total on the Nintendo Switch. Listen to me carefully. Bringing its total on the Nintendo Switch up to 3.92 million copies sold, which is very good. Good on you, Nintendo, for that. That's very good. Here's the thing, though. Zelda also sold 519,000 on the Wii U, bringing that total up to 1.27 million, my mistake, on the Wii U, which brings the local number up to 5.19 million total of that software. Zelda Breath of the Wild has sold 5.19 million. That Zelda right now is doing pretty damn good. And it still has its life on it because the recent DLC just launched. People half liking it. I like some things about it, don't like some things about it. I'll be honest about that. But I think at the end of the year, where we have story-driven games like with the Champions thing, I think that will pick up more again for Zelda. So I could see Zelda doing at least end of the cycle, maybe I would say maybe about 15 million. But if not, by the end of this year, I could see 7 million easy. So that's Zelda. Now wait a minute. Now we have another game that needs to be talked about. Now this one was not reflected into those numbers, but because I have I can access certain things with my credentials, let's talk about the hit. A game that just got released just a while ago, Splatoon 2. Here's the funny thing. Between January and now, Splatoon 1 has sold 200. So I keep on getting it. 260,000. So people still were buying the game at a decent clip. Original Splatoon. Maybe people were like, hey, I want to see what this game is all about before I buy it. I'm happy that people did do that. But Splatoon 2, after 2 weeks sales, really? Well, I would say a week and couple days, but we ran over 2 weeks sales. 1.3 million. 1.3 million Splatoon 2 sales. So far, a lot of Nintendo's games are knocking it out of the park in some in weeks, some in months. That's where they make their money. Their software is just incredible. That's why people need to understand, oh, Nintendo is gone. No, they're not. They make a lot of money through their software, and that's on one platform. Now, I'll state this right here. The 3DS, even though it's gaining popularity, and now you got a 2DS coming, the 2DS XL coming out, so blah 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 about that. But it is if I have to give the honest truth, now the 2DS the 3DS family, is down 31 in sales of software. Is down 31%, which was compared to year. Just giving that. So the sales of the software is down 31%. They sold 5.8 million units in the 3-month cycle, and compared to last year, it's 31% down from that. So they're not, it has its ebbs and woes. Hopefully we have, like I said, we have some new IPs that came out, Ever Oasis and other stuff that hopefully push things forward. And speaking of an IP that people like, Fire Emblem Echo Shadow of Valencia that got released. That right now, digital and physical, is a very popular game, and it sold 8.67. 90.6. My mistake. 867,000 units worldwide. I'm sorry for mixing the numbers like that. 867,000 units worldwide, which is getting close to that million mark. So good on them for the standout 3DS game being that. Now, I want to put in a little subsequential numbers in here too as well. If I want to do a real number thing, and at the end I'm going to give you the big numbers. Why I said you people need to understand how Nintendo works, but it is what it is. So here's some numbers that surprised me, and still it shocked me in a way, but hey, they're doing very well in that regard. New Super Mario DS, they sold in that 3-month period, they sold 112,000 units. Of course, the total of Super Mario DS is 30.8 million, but they still sold 100,000 in that 3-month period. That's ridiculous. And Mario Kart and Mario Kart 7. They sold 101,123 units within a 3-month period, which is, again, this is ridiculous. They still got those games still making money, even as old as they are. Now, have to say, we have Amiibos. I think a lot of people don't. Some people like, some people hate. But hey, Nintendo put it out there, and they put all the stuff. The thing that killed me is, one thing I do like about Nintendo is they tell you up front. So you have the choice to, you know what I'm gonna say, buy the product or don't buy the product. Your call. That's up to you. So with that said, you have the Amiibos in that 3-month period. So 1.6 million units of the figure types, and then approximately 1.3 million units of the card types, which is ridiculous. Now, the thing that killed me about this, and I'm gonna give you the conversions because I know a lot of people with the, you go to the channel, you will see the yens, like 11 billion yen for the digital downloads and DC and digital content, and the revenue, profit, and all that stuff. So I'll break it 113 billion yen and stuff. So I'll break it down in US for people, since I'm US content. So in downloadable games and DLC, Nintendo made $98 million US. That's good money right there. In those 3 months, they made $1.4 billion US in revenue. 1.4 billion with the B. Remember my Mike Check song? You all talk about a million? I'm talking about $1 billion US in revenue. And $190 million in profit US again. That's why Nintendo's knocking. People need to understand, yeah, okay, y'all hate Nintendo and whatever, cool, that's it. But those kind of profits are insane, and that's just for 3 months. So they're doing good again. I don't get what they're doing really good. So, and I have to say, I'll still bring it up at the end right here. And I like at the end, at their forecast, they say there's no revisions to the financial forecast for this period originally published on April 27, 2017. So when they revised their numbers to say that they might sell 16 million Switches and all that stuff, nothing has shown so far. They're beyond their forecast as of now. So we ain't seen no revised yet, and the operation cost has gone down and everything. So Nintendo is just making, again, and most of their money, to be honest, most of their money comes from, of course, the conversion between US and yen and stuff like that. Same thing with Sony, so I'm not gonna leave them out of that. But the yen is not too strong. It's not too strong in US dollars, so Nintendo makes more money because they sell more stuff in America than software and units in America. That's more than that Japanese software, of course, but units in America, they make their money on that. That's what makes Nintendo that insane amount of profit and revenue. It just is. So this video is getting long, but I wanted to do a video breaking down the money and the good news that, hey, once again, everybody could sit doom and gloom Nintendo, go right ahead. Again, for those who don't care about numbers and you just love to play games, go right ahead. This is not for you, and I understand that. That's why I stated at the beginning. But they've been making money still. They're making money, of course. Now they're making more money than they made last year because it was the ending of the Wii U, and also the profit margin was not profit margin, operation cost was high because they're ramping up doing commercials and stuff for the Nintendo Switch and production and everything. That's what they were doing, so that took a chunk out of the money. But again, at the end of the March, Nintendo put $14 billion in US, $14 billion in their saving account. That's a lot of money saved up for a rainy day. I wish Nintendo can open up that money to do some more stuff. I'll be honest with anybody, that's what I want them to do. But with insane numbers like that, I can't argue with that. They did a great job so far, and let's see what happened by the end of the year. So since I didn't see a lot of people reporting on this, I just wanted to do a video about it. I hope you guys enjoy it. And remember, there's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy your games on all consoles, even PC. Peace out.